Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Sheriff's Office in Nelson County. We're here to let you guys know that we've recovered several thousands dollars of property. This crime was committed in Washington County. Our detectives have been working diligently with their Sheriff's Office, and I'll turn it over to Brandon Bryan, our lead detective, who's been working with Reese Riley and Sheriff Pinkston.
On Wednesday afternoon, myself and Reese Riley were working at another investigation, and we were given some information about a burglary that happened in Washington County. When we left, I called the sheriff of Washington County, and they were actually on scene processing where the crime happened. We kept following up, found more information. We ended up doing a search warrant on 3 different residents in Nelson County, and we recovered several $1,000s of the antiques that you can see behind us. In one of the homes, we also recovered some information or property that belonged to a car wash here in Bardstown that Bardstown City Police is working, that was broke into in the end of July. We recovered a lot of their car wash tokens and stuff that was stolen there. We also have recovered several boxes and about $30,000 worth of stuff that was stolen from a smoke shop. We're working with a little Metro now, trying to identify all that and get the report and verify that information. So
you've like three separate cases that you've cleared up?
yes, we got the little Metro case over here with all the drug paraphernalia and the oils, and then the car wash stuff from Bardstown, and then all this stuff from Washington County.
And you believe it was the same people committing all of these crimes?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you give us information about who was arrested or what kind of charges?
It was Lisa Stone was arrested yesterday. She was charged with receiving stolen property over $10,000. And then Bobby Pennell, he's from Bardstown as well. He was arrested on 3 outstanding warrants. One was a burglary warrant from LaRue County for breaking into car washes. And he was also charged with receiving stolen property yesterday for what we found in his house.
So they were found in Washington County? No.
Nelson.
Nelson County.
Nelson County, okay. Then where does the other county come in, I guess I'm confused. They
LaRue
committed
County
another
had a bench warrant for Bobby Pennell for breaking into car wash, and we just happened to find property from a burglary here in Bardstown where a car wash was broken into. He was charged for receiving stolen property on the Bardstown case.
Did you find all of this in one place, or where did all this?
We found it in 2 places. We did 3 search warrants and found it in 2 different locations.
Do you think that he was the burglar and then she was just the helper, or did she go along, or?
I think it was a team effort. I think that there's more that we're still going to uncover as we move forward with it. So I say that we'll have more arrests and more property located before we're done.
Were all of the items taken at once, or was it over an extended period of time?
I'm Sheriff Jerry Pinkston from Washington County. We received a call on Tuesday around 3:45 at the Grundy Home Farm located in Washington County. At that time, we located a vehicle there with items stolen in the truck. Our investigation has brought us with APHIS fingerprinting, which also led us to be talking to Detective Bryant here in Nelson County, and he was actually working the cases he just told you on his end. At the time, we didn't know they looped together. We're now working together, as we always do on any case we get, and we're learning more as we go along. Fingerprints have identified a few people. We expect to make more arrests on our end in our county that's going to tie into what Nelson County here is already working on. At this time, we have not made an arrest, but soon.
So it sounds like a burglary ring, like it's a bunch of people you suspect.
I'm not sure how many, but it's believed to be at least 3 to 4, maybe one more. At this time, we're unaware of a 5th one, but we think we have 4 people identified.
obviously this is somewhat sophisticated. I mean, we're looking at a lot of stuff, and obviously they've been doing this for a few months before being caught. How big is it to get these people?
There was a connection to one of the suspects to the property from previous employment, so that's why that location was chosen in my county. So at this time, I don't want to divulge any more information on that. That's still being investigated.
Just how big of a deal, though, is it to get, like you said, I mean, tens of thousands of dollars worth of stolen property back from someone who clearly, it seems like, is making a living out of this?
Well, when we went, we wasn't expecting to find this much. We knew that they were involved. We were hopeful that we would find some of the property, and we found a lot more than what we expected. And there's still some more out there that we haven't found just yet.
Do you know what they were doing once they stole the property? Do you believe they were trying to sell it to someone else, or?
We believe that they were trying to sell it. We're still doing a little more investigation on it, but yeah, they were trying to sell it for
They've
for money
pawned
for them.
stuff too. We got pawn tickets and items that have been pawned. So it's a money scheme that they're trying to get and benefit from somebody else's loss.
Can one of you maybe describe just some of the items? There's a lot to see here, but some of the things that were taken and recovered.
Well, a lot of these items are antique. They came from a property in Washington County that dates back to the 1800s. A lot of these items are, well, some of it's really hard to describe. It's some of the stuff that's old dishware, old vases and things like that was acquired by the family in the 1790s to the 1800s. So a lot of it's really old. There's items also that we've recovered in the truck in Washington County that were old. It's just not replaceable items, and the value is hard to pin down because just like this one piece, it just depends on what a purchaser would want to pay for it. As a thief would sell it for $20, it may be worth as much as $500 to $1,000. You don't know in antiques, so that's my best guess.
So you need Antiques Roadshow to come in and like give you estimates on everything.
Well,
They have a
if it got to
great
that
total.
point, we're going to return it all back to the family and let the family deal with it.
Have you heard from them since? Have you been able to tell them?
Well, all the family members are deceased. It actually was a property of the University of Kentucky, so that's where it would be relinquished to at some point.
So the house is full of the stuff but empty, but not, there was like an occasional caretaker
Yes.
would come in?
Yes.
So just want to make sure I understand, how many crimes right now do you think you can link all of the stuff that was recovered to? And over how many?
3. We got 3 right now. The Washington County burglary, the car wash in Varstown, and then we're still working on the drip paraphernalia and all the oils and stuff from the Louisville area.
But that was believed to be from a smoke shop or something?
We did, yes.
Louisville Metro?
We're still working with them. Yeah.
Can someone just talk about the cooperation? Obviously, there's a lot of agencies that had to come together here to make this, happen.
Yes, we actually all know one another because we're joining counties, and so when we hear tips and things of that nature, we text one another or just pick the phone up and call. So it's a good relationship we have between our counties, between the deputies, between myself and the sheriff here, and so it's a good team effort.
And you don't know whether this was just straight money or was money for drugs or?
That I don't have that answer